This is your tarot forecast for July 2016, and the reading shows a lot of family involvement here this month. And so your reading starts out here with a home situation and a celebration. So whether this is somebody having a birthday, or maybe it could be another kind of event, maybe you will be participating in some family reunion. But there is a male who seems to be highlighted here. He comes up as a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But then, of course, the cards can show the element, but he may not need to be born in one of those signs, because he could very well have his moon or rising sign here. But it really shows a very creative person, somebody who's very warm, responsive, a great listener, and quite creative and maybe spiritual here too. So this person I see here, whether he is the main focus of this event, or at least it could also be maybe you're going to meet somebody here at an event, but this man stands out. So do pay attention when he shows up, because one way or the other, I feel there is something important here that he represents for you. When it comes to your finances this month, I see you kind of shedding a little light over it, making some choices, making a decision, and there might be several things you'd like to spend your money on this month, but there is definitely choices, and something might have to take second seat for a little bit later, especially because it looks like there could be one main extra expense coming up that might hold a dollar sign to it here. But you're doing good as far as your income this month. I don't really see too many changes one way or the other. I see stability around you, Aries, so at least you know that you have that going for you. Now, for a few of you, Aries, it appears that you will be looking at working on some past connection. I'm seeing you going down memory lane, memories connected to some place, or it could even be an individual. And for you, I see you putting all this effort forward here this month in order to either reconnect, or maybe some of you might be taking a road trip to a place you haven't been for a long time, just to revisit and enjoy memories of the past here. But then too, I'm also seeing that before you go out on any road trip here in July, make sure you got your oils changed, you got enough pressure in your tires and so forth, because why? I see you kind of hanging over your vehicle, checking it out, and that's always a good thing. So out and about, there is some communication here coming in that you will be working on, and I feel that could be a little interesting this month. Maybe you got something in the works, some project or whatnot, and needing to reconnect with somebody here that could be of help, assistance, inspiration, that kind of thing. Or maybe somebody will be reaching out to you, asking whether you can give your insight or some feedback on a project they're working on. When it comes to home and family, this is a great time for you here to start installing some of the dreams that you've had around the physical home and property. So it could be some upgrades. There might even be a small surprise coming up here. And maybe this is one of the extra expenses that we saw coming around here in July, that it could be a project here on the home front. But I see it turning out really beautiful. It looks like this might be something that you've been envisioning for a while, wanting to either replace or just bring in something new. But it's all about beautifying your home and then putting the time in to make sure that this area of your life is now really standing out. Should be a good time with you and your family members. When I look into the area of your career for this month, there shouldn't really be too many big changes or anything. Just hammer down routine, because what shows up instead of career, which is the 10th house placement here in this spread of cards, I'm seeing that your goal more would be around a female. And this is a female in the family. That's why I'm saying it's such a family-related month. Because your goal this month here is to go and help a female. It could be your mother or it could be a grandmother, depending on your age. But it looks like she's needing some extra hands on to do or complete something that she needs. And this would be your main goal, to take off some time and help her out. For you, long term goals, though, may definitely be coming up here as I'm seeing how you're processing new creative ideas dealing with the future. And when we go through brainstorms, we might get one idea after the other. And by the end of that chain of the brainstorm, the first ones might be forgotten. So I'd suggest keep a notepad or a journal, write them down, because not all ideas can be acted upon in the now. Maybe in a few months, perhaps, but they are creative and they really hold a lot of vital energy. So I love, love, love when we encounter this type of creativity. Now, here's a couple of people, Aries, that I feel is important to you. Now, for one, I see you speaking to a male. He is an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It has to do with your day-to-day routine, and he holds a key as to be able to help you with what it is you're wanting to get up and running. Okay, he could be a service person. Maybe you need to have something done here around the home or family, just because we're seeing that that's something being installed. So some insight, some advice at least could come from this male. Then this could be your partner, and I feel something you've been wanting to talk about, Aries, maybe for a while, but you've been holding it close to heart and not really finding the right time to let it out of the bag. Whatever it may be for you might be very different from one person to another, but I'm seeing here that you're sensing with your intuition when it would be good to bring up a certain issue here with your partner, and you'll know when. And then I see whatever guard that you've been holding, that will melt, and then you're going to be presenting this. I feel your partner will be taking it well. You might have had a little hiccup, maybe a little reservation of bringing it up earlier, and this is why I see how you've maybe felt a little bound, holding back, like reserving it for a better time. But anyway, this is good, and it will be received much better than what you would have thought earlier. So no need to worry. Communication is everything, so you do want to bring it forward. Now here it's you looking into your financial savings, not your income. This is more so shuffling a couple of things around, maybe from one savings account to another, or going having a talk to someone that can help you maybe even balance out. Of course, being the eighth house placement in this reading, it could be also investments and so forth, or maybe a banking person you want to speak to, but I see you really balancing it well. Maybe it's because you're taking out some money for whatever upgrade repairs, or it could also be, of course, naturally here some vacation funds too. And I say that because I'm seeing here that quite a few of you will be taking your vacation this year. And yes, we saw you a little bit out and about on more so short distance, but here I'm seeing a long distance trip coming up. Not necessarily just out of state, it could even be out of country. And in that case, for those of you taking a long distance trip, you will be very happy and pleased with this vacation this year. So good for you. Then I'm seeing news coming in, and it has to do with a group of people. It could be amongst maybe your group of friends. Perhaps it could be a group that you're affiliated with, one way or another, but there seems to be a little upheaval. Maybe they're trying to find a certain solution, not really finding it, and then they get into these, I won't say arguments, but it could be, because it's like everybody's trying to figure something out. And I see you not necessarily being a part of that. You're not in the midst of it. It's more like you're observing it or hearing about it. And so they will settle it. They might just need a little time. If you feel you have a great solution, Aries, which you so many times do because you're a quick thinker and you're quick on your feet, don't be worried about stepping in and giving you, or giving them, should I say, your 2 cents worth of insight. So this leaves you here towards the end of the month, Aries, with some decisions now to be made as we're starting to look at early autumn here of August. And there's something you would like to weed out. You're not quite sure yet whether to hang a left or a right to make this or that decision. And as long as you're in that transitional phase, don't make the decision. It's okay to wait just a little bit. But I'm seeing that there's definitely, on some level, something you'd like to bring to an end or a conclusion, a finality, because why? Once you do, it's going to free up so much more room, space, and whatnot. So that's how the month is going to end and bring you into August. And I'll see you there next month. So thank you for watching, following, and I'll see you again in August. Bye now.